Okay, let's break down the global crisis of April 2026. This is a moment that's really testing everyone.
For a huge chunk of the world's economy, this isn't a what if. It's happening right now.
This one narrow channel, it's basically ground zero for a massive global showdown. Everything's just stuck.
So you've got this dual blockade. Iran stopped ships from leaving, and the US blocked ships from getting in. And the impacts, it's been absolutely catastrophic. Traffic has basically collapsed to almost nothing. So how did we get here? Well, it was a super fast escalation after military strikes and failed talks.
And those consequences, they're being felt everywhere, especially up in the air.
I mean, look at this. Jet fuel prices have shot up over 70%. It's crippling airlines.
Airlines are scrambling. Lufthansa, for example, just cut 20,000 flights to save fuel.
And the cost is just staggering. For Delta, that's an extra $2 billion this quarter alone. There was a sliver of hope with talks in Pakistan, but yeah, those negotiations fell apart fast. And President Trump was pretty blunt about why, signaling a major shift away from face-to-face talks. Meanwhile, on the ground in Iran, their military is basically collecting a treasure trove of tech.
Yeah, the IRGC has scooped up thousands of unexploded Western munitions, including some of America's heaviest hitters.
But finding one of these bunker busters completely intact, that's a massive intelligence problem for the West.
But okay, while all this is happening, a crazy new breakthrough points to a totally different future. Scientists have developed this new material. Think of it like a tiny predator hunting in the ocean. So how's it work? Well, it's a tiny motor powered by light. It literally swims, grabs uranium, and brings it back.
And why does that matter? Because the ocean has a virtually endless supply of uranium, just floating around.
So it really boils down to this: fight over what's scarce, or innovate our way to abundance. You've got one world fighting over what's buried in the ground.
And another world being built in a lab that could make these fights totally obsolete.
So the question this crisis forces us to ask is, which path are we ultimately gonna follow?